Hi class, Jolene here. In a previous video, we learned how to use Pathfinder to unite shapes. You might remember if we had these two shapes together, we selected them both, we'd click right here on Unite, and now it's all one shape. I'll click Command Z to undo that. And so now we're going to learn how to divide or exclude shapes to make new shapes. And by the way, where I found the Pathfinder, I'll close it so you can see that I found it right here under Window and then Pathfinder. Remember, all the palettes can be found under Window. So there is that one. So let's take a look at dividing or excluding shapes. If I move this shape over on top of the circle on top of the square and then select both of them, it's important both of them are selected because we're going to divide one from the other. And I click on this second icon here, you can see what it says, minus front. And so now you can see that that circle took a bite out of this shape. You can also click on intersect, and now you'll see where whatever was in the middle of those two shapes is now that shape. I'll put those back together so you can see where that shape came from. Let's take a look at what we might do with a heart, for instance. So say I've got this heart. Let me make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to, I'll get rid of this one, make a copy of this heart, Command C or edit, that's the shortcut, Command C or edit, copy. And then I'm going to click on edit, paste in place. So now you can't really see it because I pasted one on top of the other. See there? The other one's still there. Now I'm going to do Command Z to put it back. Now I'm going to hold down this corner, hold down Shift to keep it in proportion, and I'm also holding down Alt so that it shrinks from the middle because I want this heart to be in the middle of the other heart. Now I'm going to select both of them. See, there's the inside one that I just made smaller. There's the outside one. Even though they're the same color, I can see that both of them are selected. And now I'm going to click on minus front. So now that interior heart has been cut out of the exterior heart. And now you could say, well, why don't you just put a white heart on top of the pink heart? That's not, that center right there is blank. It's not solid. It's not solid white. What happens when I move it on top of this other color? You can see that that middle heart has been excluded. So if, for instance, I had a background of all green, that heart is popped out of the center or knocked out of the center. Let's try another one. So I've got another heart here. I'll select it, copy it, edit, paste in place. So again, I've got two of them there. This time I'm going to hold down from the corner, make that heart smaller, and then drag it over so the two edges match up about like that. Now I'm going to select both of those and again click on minus front. And now I've taken a bite out of this heart. And speaking of a bite, I mean, that's a heart shape, but what if you wanted it to look like you literally took a bite out of the heart? Let me do Command Z to go backwards, undo it in other words, and I'm going to turn this shape and move it about like that. Let's select both of them and see what happens. Now it looks kind of like a bite has been taken out of that heart. So that's how you use divide and exclude. There's lots of other Pathfinder choices here. And I would encourage you to, after you've watched this, make a bunch of shapes and then just experiment and see what all the things you can do with Pathfinder.